Today, we are looking at Russia, a country which is well known for supporting African countries and probably other countries in Asia, a country which is in a war, probably which can even result into a third world war if we don't get it well. A country like America has just sidelined these two countries, whereby the EU and of course UN, they are putting strict sanctions on the two countries, most especially Russia. This president of Russia, of course, that is Vladimir Putin, is not ready to have any peace discussions between the two countries, and that is USA, Israel, and Ukraine. So the war between the two countries is totally affecting all economies in the world. Where is this going to end? I literally saw a president from Russia confirming how he's going to hit down Ukraine, that is Vladimir Putin. All this is as a result of the two countries not working together. But all in all, it is affecting the entire country. Countries like Kenya, everything is probably on standstill. Countries like Malawi, which have been depending on Russia for support, and Ukraine, countries like Zambia, Mozambique, and South Africa, everything is totally down. I'm looking at an aspect where the two countries which are fighting, their fight, their beef, their misagreement, their basically everything, the confliction between the two countries, the conflict, it will result into it can even result into a third world war. When you look at the different economies all over the world are being affected because of the war in Russia, of course, and Ukraine. You get it? So where does this going to end? Where does this going to lead us to? We have to be extra careful about this. Yeah, let's be extra careful. Everybody, everywhere where we are. Let's look at these two countries as strong countries. When you happen to look at Ukraine, yes, it can be self-dependent, but then it has support from other countries, whereby they're not willing to sit on the round table. Before Russia launched an attack on Ukraine yesterday, we all knew that the president of the Republic of USA, the only president we know, Joe Biden, was meant to meet and link up with USA's president, that is Vladimir Putin. So every arrangement was cancelled because already Russia had launched an attack on Ukraine. This is very, very bad for the economy of the world. In times when the entire world has been down due to a pandemic in one way or the other. Now here we are, whereby the two countries which are fighting, they are again affecting the general economy of the world. This is very dangerous, most especially to developing countries. My name is Brian Wako. I'm just looking at it an aspect as a Ugandan, as an African. Where does this going to end? What are the impacts? What are the effects of this? Wasn't there anyway? If many ways weren't there, for them, for these two countries to settle down issues. When you look at a country like America, it was willing to settle them down. It was willing to create a mutual understanding between the two countries. But Russia said no, we cannot sit down and relax, as Ukraine is almost launching their attack on us. So Russia started fast, and in the end, different economies are being affected in one way or the other. So all in all, we need to pray for our countries. We need to pray for our economies at a time when everything is starting to stabilize after a long time of everything being down. You get it. So in every whatever we do, let's kneel down. Let's shout to the Almighty. Let's call upon Allah to come and help us in whatever we do, in whatever is gonna take place, because third world war is more likely to happen because superpower countries, Ukraine and Russia, are fighting each other. It started like a joke. Russia put weapons of mass destruction on its border to Ukraine. Ukraine did the same. There has been tension for the last 2, 3, 4 months. And finally, Russia launched an attack on Ukraine. This is very bad for the entire world. Not only Russia or Ukraine, but not only for neighbors also, but for the entire world. More prayers, people. My name is Brian Wako. The entire world is being put under pressure because of only two countries which are fighting. When you look at Russia and Ukraine, it's an entire relationship going bad between the two countries, but it's affecting the entire world. In African countries, so many countries are suffering because of the war between the two countries. When you look at Vladimir Putin, and look at Ukraine's president and their economies. Of course, these are strong economies, but look at countries like Uganda, look at countries like Kenya, Tanzania, how all this is being how all this is affecting their economies. As I speak now, a country like Uganda is still struggling with prices of fuel going up due to the war between Ukraine and Russia. As we all know, Russia is one of the countries amongst the OPEC countries which has always helped countries like the LDCs on how they can save money on buying cheap fuel. Today, we are looking at Russia. At the end of it all, Russia is very ready for the war, probably the Third World War. Yeah, either President Vladimir Putin is very ready for the Third World War. But are we all ready? Are other countries and other economies ready for the Third World War? That's the question. For them are ready. How about you?